Hi, welcome to MediatorPodcast.com, a podcast and video series about mediation, negotiation, and collaboration. My name is Melissa Gragg, and I'm a divorce, valuation, and mediation expert in St. Louis, Missouri. During this episode, we will discuss how to make uncomfortable situations comfortable with Mike Gregory. Mike is a mediator in Minneapolis, Minnesota, author of 13 books regarding various topics about valuation, collaboration, and the creator of the collaboration effect. When you first got into this, how did you start to learn about collaboration, or why was it like a passion of yours?
Well, I'll share a little humor here too. I first learned about collaboration shortly after I was born, when my twin brother Mark entered the world, and I joined my other four siblings. And we have a picture when I was about 2 years old. We're in a boat. Mike and Mark are in a rowboat. So Mike's on one side and Mark's on the other side. And the boat's pointed out into the lake. And although it's just a picture and it's posed, we're 2 years old, what are we doing? We're rowing the boat to go forward in a direction that we both have to work together. And my mom and dad taught us very early, if there's a problem here, I can fix it. So let's say we're fighting about a ball. No problem. Either you two can find a way to make it work, or I can make the ball disappear. So Mike and Mark said, hey, we can do better than this. We can figure out a way to make this work. So I started off from a very early age. But professionally, I was doing elements on mediation and collaboration before I really knew what those terms meant. And I took a course in mediation at a local, I'm in Minneapolis St. Paul, at a local law school, Hamline University. Now it's Mitchell Hamline. And it was a 1 week course, and I came back, and my boss, I was the assistant director, we had about 1,200 employees. And the director said, two chiefs, two folks are fighting about budget. And he said, I don't think it's going to work at all, but go in and mediate that. So I went in and mediated it, and it worked. And he couldn't believe that it worked. And after it worked, he had me do other things. And then I was sent off to another district for 4.5 months. And when I got there, they had 300 unfair labor practices, EEO, equal employment opportunities, EEO complaints, and grievances. Well, I came from Minnesota. We had 30. They were the same size. They had 300. So after I was there for a week, I said to the director, I was the assistant director, I'm actually going to volunteer to try and address this. Would you like me to do that? So I got behind the scenes. I had to get the buy-in from executive management, senior management, frontline managers, the union, equal employment opportunity, labor relations, EEO, and everybody concurred with, okay, we're willing to give it a shot. And then I did one. I did a mediation. And then I taught mediation. And then I set up a system. Well, 4.5 months later, we went from 300 to 30. We resolved 90% of them in 4.5 months. Well, when I had gone off on details like this in the past, when you're done, your detail, they have a coffee for you. They have cookies there, there's some coffee, and typically it lasts an hour, and typically about 20 people come by. And in all honesty, half of them are there because they want to be seen by the director, okay? But half of them are there because you do make some friends in 4 or 5 months. Okay. When I left that location, it didn't last an hour. It lasted 6 hours, and 400 people came. And that hit me right here. It hit me hard. That said, wow, the impact on these people and the impact on me, I really feel like I've got a calling for this. And so there was a reorganization with the IRS when I was working at the IRS. And I brought this up, and we trained some 2,500 people in mediation and conflict resolution techniques. And I was doing these on very major cases, or on cases when my frontline managers or frontline employees couldn't reach an agreement, but they thought it might. If you come in and mediate, so I would come in and mediate. So I was mediating. When I left the service, opened up my own firm, I was asked to do some of these. And now I'm doing 2 to 4 every month. And then as I look back on my career, I've done some 2,500 mediations and negotiations, from billion-dollar issues with Fortune 100 companies to I volunteer locally here every month at housing court, conciliation court, neighborhood disputes, public housing, mediated between gangs. And I do that kind of stuff actually for fun, because I want to give back into my community too. So that's my background, and that's what I do, and I just love doing it. It's fun for me.